Did you know that Dave Bautista opened a tattoo studio?
It is good.
That's right, you might want to stick around for this review because a lot of you might assume that when a celebrity opens up a tattoo studio like this, that maybe it's just a gimmick, maybe it's just hype, maybe the artists there aren't all that great, but you also might be wrong. So stick around, let's break it down. This tattoo was sent in by Luis Morales, and he has been tattooing for about 12 years now, and he works at DC Society Inc. there in Tampa, Florida. If you want to check out his Instagram, Luis Inc. 1104 on Instagram. He does a lot of beautiful color realism, gray realism stuff. Absolutely loved looking through his portfolio. If you want to check them out, DC Society Inc. on Instagram, and that's right, the owner is Dave Bautista. If you want to go check out his Instagram, Dave Bautista on Instagram, or you can check him out in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out May 5th. This is not a sponsorship. I'm just a geek. I just like to follow that stuff. But let's break down the tattoo. So first off, I gotta say, as an artist, this tattoo would be a nightmare to do. Blending oranges off of black shadows and creating that contouring is not easy to do. You have to have an extended color palette for sure. Doing beards like this is also a nightmare, very time consuming, very tedious work if you want it to come out as nice as this. This tiny little pennant is really not easy to do, and then chain links like this are a nightmare, especially if you don't want to overwork the skin. You got to get all those tiny little shadows in there. He did a phenomenal job here. And also, skin toner like this. Creating a subject's skin tone that differentiates from the skin tone that it's on is not an easy task. A lot of times I recommend that artists up the contrast a little bit just to make it differentiate a little bit more. So I think that he did a phenomenal job here. And right off the bat, I'm going to give his saturation a 10 out of 10. Especially when I compare it to the original, it's a bright, vibrant photo. And when I go back, you can see he absolutely did it justice. There's a real clarity there to it. And I think he absolutely showed some skill here. Now for the small details, I'm going to judge these again. Like I said, this pennant, very difficult to do. If I go back though, you can see there's 2 rows of feathers on this angel's wings here, and when I go back you can't quite see those rows of feathers. Also on the tattoo on Mac Miller's hand here, you can see in the original photo it's actually a dark contrasted one, so I think it's a little bit lighter here. This again is a really difficult thing for us artists to do, to recreate a real look of a tattoo on a subject. It's really not easy to do, as well as this reflection here, really not easy to do. So overall I think he did a phenomenal job, and I'm really just nitpicking. I gotta point out the things I see, but I think when I'm rating the small details, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. He did phenomenal here. And for the healing, let's go ahead and go over to the healed version of it here. You can see not much changed at all. The orange lightened up a little bit. I wish it was a little bit more vibrant, but I think it's great. Again, this tattoo healed a lot lighter. The tattoo on his hand there healed a lot lighter than it looked originally also, so I think that could be a little bit better. But the texture of the hair along the hairline there looks great. The reflection, this is a lot of tight detail for an artist to cram in there. Tight detail means a lot of damage to small areas of skin, and to have it heal this well without a lot of scabbing or patching occurring, I think he did a great job. So for the healing, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 also, which means that brings my overall score of this one to 9.8 out of 10. You guys, I'm not exaggerating. This is very high quality work. Luis Morales really showed some skill in this one, 100%. Go check him out, DC Society Inc. if you guys are interested there in Tampa, Florida. Otherwise, let him know what you would rate this tattoo down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you want your tattoo rated, just send it in. All right, bye-bye.